that wouldn't affect the camera, would it?
It shouldn't affect anything. It's just, I know people have asked this before, so make them aware of it.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll have to be good at these, like, one shot to Canberra, one shot where you start to just logging up the line, just replay.
We light this candle to signify the beginning of our academic award ceremony today. The light of this candle symbolises those that have gone before us, as well as our college motto, Christus Lux Mea, Christ is my light. May we continue to ask the Lord for guidance as we live out our daily lives. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, grant that we may live every day to the full, inspired by the Holy Spirit. Let us cast away all worries and concerns into your divine care. Give us strength to confront all challenges that we face with hope and faith. Let our community seek truth in all that we search for. Let us stand for others, always giving generously without counting the cost. As we, the graduating class of 2021, step out into the world, may we forever be warmed by the light of your Holy Spirit. Let's Edmund rise. Live Jesus in our hearts. We also begin today's assembly by acknowledging and paying our respects to the Ngunnawal and the Ngambri peoples on whose land we meet today. For the Aboriginal peoples, country is a word for all the values, places, stories, and cultural bonds connected with that area and its features. It describes all of their ancestral domains. So when we acknowledge traditional country, it is no empty ritual. It is to acknowledge the Aboriginal people, and it is their land and their place in this nation. It is to take special note of a place and the people who belong to it. The Aboriginal people talk about country the same way that we would talk about a person. They speak to country, sing to country, visit country, worry about country, and long for country. The Aboriginal people say that country knows, hears, smells, takes notice.
Much, Max, and welcome everybody to the 2021 graduation ceremony. My name's Ian Garrity. I'm the Deputy Principal of the College and will be emceeing our assembly today. I'd like to start by giving our special guest Ricky Stewart a warm welcome. So Ricky, thank you for joining us again. We thank you for your continued support of the College and we look forward to your address in today's presentation. I'd also like to welcome the staff of the College. So even though students are at the centre today, it's a big day for staff because students are at the centre of all that we do. So unfortunately, our staff all can't join us in the hall today, but I would like to welcome those that are in the hall, welcome our staff who are in staff rooms and classrooms at the moment, because we are very proud of what we're celebrating today as well. I'd like to give a very warm welcome to our parents and carers. It's times like this where you think 13 years, wow, where has that gone? No doubt everybody's journey is different. There have been lots of good times in there, there might have been some challenging times in there. But I do hope that everybody has finished in the same place where you're very proud of the young man that is sitting in front of you in the hall today. So welcome to our parents and our carers. And obviously the stars of the show, our graduating class of 2021, we welcome you today, boys. So today is one day. It is a point in time, but it is a significant day for you. So no doubt you've been reflecting on the past, perhaps 13 years of your schooling, maybe the past 9 years or 6 years or a couple of years that you've had at St Edmund's. No doubt you've had some wonderful times. You've also maybe had some sad times, some challenging times, but overall I'm hoping that you are leaving this place with very fond memories. Today is not just about looking back though. Today, this point in time is about looking forward, and I think that is just as important. So as you walk out of the hall for the last time today as a cohort, we hope you walk out, and I'll use Eden's words, with spirit, respect and character. And they're just not things that you tick off a list and that you've got them. They're something that's going to continue to grow and develop, and we hope that they're at the centre of your lives when you walk out today. Also, when you walk out of the hall, we hope that you've got a sense of hope for the opportunities that lie ahead of you, and we hope that you've got the confidence to pursue your dreams. We hope you walk out of the hall today with a sense of gratitude for all of the opportunities that have been presented to you while you've been at the college, and for all the people in your lives, whether it's at home or at school, that have given you those opportunities. And we hope you walk out of the hall today with the virtues that Father Chris spoke about. We hope that you're men of integrity. We hope that you have discerning hearts. You know what is right and what is wrong. We hope that you have the courage to act justly and to look out for those who need it. And we hope that you have the courage to shine a light on the world. So gentlemen, welcome to your graduation ceremony. We hope you enjoy the day, and we hope that you enjoy the evening this evening. So we move to the formal part of our assembly, and our first address or addresses will be given by College Vice Captains Jack Hodges and Max Page. So please welcome Jack and Max.
Today is the day. For many, we have dreaded this moment because it signifies the end of our journey at Eddie's, the place we have all come to know and love like a second home. Despite this sadness, right now let's put that aside and focus on celebrating all the wonderful things we have individually and collectively achieved over the last 13 years of our schooling careers. Today's academic assembly represents so much more than just winning an award or being a place getter in a specific subject. It's about the journey that we have all taken to get these results. The passes in subjects represent all the first attempt failures. It signifies all the times we bounced back from self-doubt and insecurity, and all the time we spent with our teachers who helped us build confidence and resilience. It's about the competitive spirit we generated through establishing small study groups, joined with like-minded people with similar goals. It represents us pushing the boundaries in healthy ways to get the top score on an assessment piece, and it's about the good sportsmanship we showed if we were defeated and got a lower academic outcome than we had hoped for. The significance of this assembly made me think of a quote by Rusha Ravi, who states, "We must accept the end of something in order to begin to build something new." This introduces us to the theme of opportunity, something all our parents wished we would have once we completed our time here at Eddie's. So now we are faced with decisions that must be made about the direction of our future. Whether you move off towards university or further study at CIT, undertake an apprenticeship in a specific trade, seek full-time employment and get experience under your belt, or become a full-time barista travelling New Zealand, do it with the vibrant spirit and strong character that we have learnt during our time at Eddie's. It's important that this speech will speak to the younger students at the school and help influence them to make good choices and decisions in and out of the classroom. Choices that generate the most opportunity when their time comes to an end. But it's also important for us Year 12 students as we move into the next chapter of our lives. In my opinion, the best advice I can give is to understand that any kind of success does not come without hard work. Don't expect to be spoon-fed. Don't expect to be given the answers, and don't be passive learners. Be proactive, be problem solvers, be help seekers, and be self-motivated. I have a few personal teacher shout-outs I need to make. These teachers can be credited for helping me academically, but these teachers went above and beyond to help mentor not just myself, but all their students. My first thank you goes to Miss Gare. Without her, this speech, or any of my other speeches, would have never existed. Her support throughout my high school and college years has been extensive, and I'm grateful for her help in building my academic skill set and my confidence. To Ms. Wilson, who we all know as the science guru, that chemistry class rocked, and it takes a special kind of teacher to make any kind of chemistry fun. I always knew that I could count on you when I had to isolate a compound or just someone to talk to. To Ms. Ma, I don't know how you dealt with me for 2 lines of IT this year, but we did it. I'm sure you're glad to get rid of me, but I will miss you, and I want to thank you for the countless IT skills you've taught me this year. Countless code errors and one unnecessarily large exam later, these skills will help me prepare me for a future in technology. Ms. Kabinsek, you didn't teach me this year, but that didn't let anything get between us. I'll miss our random lunchtime talks. And finally, I'd like to thank Mr. Manley. At the time, we all felt you were way too harsh on us, giving us tests that third-year engineer students would struggle to comprehend. But in hindsight, what you were doing was pushing us in a way we had never known before and testing the strength of our character. The list of teachers that I could thank would go on and on, as the one thing that Eddie's has that no other school could ever compete with is the commitment and dedication of all the staff at this school. They help us experience our own level of success, victory, and accomplishment. We're so lucky to have experienced this collective commitment to us. I'd like to personally thank all the students, but in particular the graduating class of 2021. Your support and trust in me as your academic captain has earned a special place in my heart, and this sense of love and friendship is something I will always cherish. I wish you all every happiness in the world. And remember, in the words of Dr. Zeus, kid, you move mountains. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Edmunds to the fore.
Good afternoon, staff, parents and boys. When I first came to Eddie's, I thought it would be cool to one day go to school with my 3 brothers. Little did I know I'd be graduating with 100 of them. We've all had unique, amazing journeys at Eddie's where no two are the same. You've all had your own lives as an Eddie's boy, and I hope you're grateful you got to experience it, because I certainly am. It was when I was walking out of here last week, smelling the gardens of the front steps and hearing the buses go by, that it hit me. That was the very last time I would experience those things as a student of St. Edmund's. Things that weren't extraordinary, just part of a normal afternoon. But now that it's over, I wish I could go back one more time and appreciate it. It didn't matter how tough or strong I tried to be in that moment, I couldn't hide the fact that I just lost something very important to me. It felt like a chore sometimes, but my time at Eddie's was simply the best. Eddie's has given and taught us so much. We learned how to start an essay on time and how to start an essay the night before. We learned how to make friends and how to lose them. We learned to enjoy the good times and how to deal with the bad ones. Eddie's has given us so much, and now I'm asking just one thing, to give back. Be the best Eddie's old boy you can be. Show the world the kind of men that Eddie's creates. Go out into the world, not as someone who used to go to Eddie's, but as a representation of the respect and pride you've embodied throughout your time here. While our time here is over, our lives are just beginning. No matter what we all end up doing, I hope we can all look back at our time here fondly and remember that we spent some of the best years of our lives alongside each other. Now, since I have the opportunity, I have a few people to thank. Miss Gare for always guiding me on the right path and for some reason never asking me to shave my face. Miss Walker for being the best teacher I ever had. My mate Lockie Dagwell for driving me to school every day because I still don't have my license. And finally, my parents for enrolling me at a school that seemed good and ended up completely changing my life and shaped who I've become. Good luck, boys. I genuinely hope every one of you succeeds and finds your place in the world. Thank you for being part of the ride. Edmunds to the fore. Thank you.
I'd like to thank Max and Jack, and also Eden for his reflection during Mass this morning. And without putting any pressure on Baden, I'm sure his address tonight will be of high quality. Our college leaders always speak very well to our school community. It's always heartfelt, it's always genuine, and they always send some very good messages, particularly to our boys. So to our 4 captains, thank you very much, not just for today, but for all that you have done throughout 2021. So we now move into the presentation of our Year 12 graduation certificates, as well as awarding academic prizes. So these will be done in house groups, and for the benefit of those that were unable to join us this morning, at Mass this morning, Baden presented the Year 12 2021 gift to the college, which is the bell that's on your right at the front of the stage. So the bell will be rung when a boy enters the St. Edmund's community to welcome him to St. Edmund's College, and it will also be rung on days like today where boys are moving on from the college on a day-to-day basis, but we know that the boys don't ever, hopefully, leave the St. Edmund's community. So the recipients or the graduates today will be called out by the heads of house, very important staff in the life of the boys at the college. Miss Claire Devlin is unable to join us today, and she will be replaced by Mr. Fred Zarb. So I will ask Mr. Zarb to come forward and start with Clancy House.
Good morning, Mr Zavoni, special guests, parents and families, and to the staff and students of St Edmund's College. Nothing is difficult to the strong is the Clancy House motto, which sums up the year for us. These young men have overcome a great deal in the last 2 years to stand here in front of you, the graduates of the college. On behalf of Ms Claire Devlin and myself, we would like to present to you the 2021 Year 12 Clancy House graduates. Regan Fritz, First Hospitality Tertiary, Brothers Program Community Service Bronze Award. Mason Fresh Needham. Second, Exercise Science Tertiary. Second, Hospitality Tertiary. First, Visual Art Tertiary. Harrison Henningsen. Benjamin Lachlan, Brothers Program Community Service Silver Award. Liam McCallion, Second, Mathematics Application Tertiary. Ethan Papp. Connor Sanderman, Second, Business T, Brothers Program Community Service Silver Award. Jack Thompson, First, Biology Tertiary. All Clancy House graduates.
Good morning and welcome to all those gathered here today and all those boys and staff who are joining us via the live stream. It's my great pleasure to present to you the men of Hayden House. For these young men, today marks the culmination of years of dedication, sacrifice, service and mateship. Among this group, we have academics, sportsmen, craftsmen and performers. But regardless of where their talents lay, each of them possesses a strong character and vibrant spirit that has helped shape our house this year. Boys, be proud of your achievement today. No one can take this away from you. I thank each of you for all you have given our college in the time you have been with us. Ruben Bonson de Mesa. Doug Campbell. Doug graduates with second place in physical education. Dane Dywell. Riley Dywell. Riley graduates as first place in specialist mathematics. Noah Ellis. Noah was our house captain this year. Thanks very much, Noah. You did a fantastic job. First place in business, second place in economics, and Noah has a service award for his community service in the Brothers program. Lachlan Freeman. Ben Hur. Jack Hodges. Jack graduates as first place in chemistry, second in information technology, and a service award for his community service in the Brothers program. Panache Majora. And Jack Tetley. Jack graduates with first place in metal products and first place in timber products. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 2021 Hayden House.
Good afternoon, families, staff, students and special guests. In Mulrooney House, the young men understand that to live by our motto, you must control what you can control. Our motto is willing and able, and the men understand that if I am willing to work hard, willing to be the best version of myself I can be, willing to believe that I can achieve what I want to achieve, I am most certainly able. These young men have learnt what it takes to succeed, what it takes to function effectively, and what it means to themselves and others when they give the best version of themselves, their gold standard. We have men who have achieved highly in their academia in a variety of fields, men who have performed amazingly on stage, and men who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the performances were a success, men who have found their niche at school and have applied themselves to their fullest in that area, men who have led others, both on the sporting field and, most importantly, in our house when they role model what it means to be an Eddie's man of value and character. But overall, we have young St Edmunds men. These boys should be proud of all of their achievements, as the boys and staff of Mulrooney House are very proud of them. So on behalf of Miss Clara Manenica and myself, we'd like to now formally invite the graduating class of Mulrooney 2021. First in Mathematical Methods Tertiary, Tala Ahmed. Brothers Program Community Service Bronze Award, Samuel Akehurst. Brothers Program Community Service Silver Award, Michael Gooden. Jacob Heward. Samuel Heward. Luke LeVay. Unfortunately, he couldn't be with us today, but we also congratulate Owen Oliver. Second in English Essential Accredited, second in Mathematics Essential Accredited, Luke O'Sullivan. First in Physical Education Accredited, third in Religious Studies Tertiary, and first in Sports Development Tertiary, Chanel Rajapakse. Preet Malan Singh. Samuel Skazlik. Third, my apologies. Third in English Essential Accredited, First in Drama accredited, First in Visual Art Graphics accredited, and a Brothers Program Community Service Silver Award, James Steele. First, Mathematics Applications Tertiary. Second, Sports Development Tertiary. A Brothers Program Community Service Silver Award, Adam Viali. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the Mulrooney House class of 2021.
Good afternoon, everyone. The young men of O'Brien House who are graduating this year have, during their time at the college, represented all that is great about Eddies. Amongst them, we have talented musicians, performers, artists, athletes and sportsmen, and some quiet achievers. They have been determined, independent, humble young men, and to me, they represent something identifiable about O'Brien House, where each person is encouraged to find their talent and work hard to develop it to the highest standards and achievements. These boys should be proud of all their achievements, as the boys and staff of O'Brien House are proud of you. So please join with me in congratulating the following students. And you don't need to be shy, we can congratulate them all. Landon Biglands. Joshua Cregan. Third English Tertiary, First Exercise Science Tertiary, First Physics, Equal First Religious Studies Tertiary, Second Specialist Mathematical Methods, a Brothers Program Community Service Silver Award, and the Australian Defence Force Long-Term Youth Leadership and Teamwork Award 2021, Baden Godfrey. A Brothers Program Community Service Silver Award, Benjamin Gow. In his absence, Jay Madden. William Mansfield. Second Drama Tertiary and a Brothers Program Community Service Gold Award, Joshua Nichols. First Drama Tertiary, First Information Technology Tertiary, a Brothers Program Community Service Silver Award, the Australian Defence Force Future Innovators Award 2021, Lachlan O'Neill. First Japanese Continuing Tertiary, First Visual Arts Graphics Tertiary, a Brothers Program Community Service Participation Award, Patrick Rees. Please congratulate these young men of O'Brien House.
I just said, you might want to take a seat, Joe. This will be the last time I get to speak into these boys' lives. Hola, buongiorno. I hope I said that right. Dobro utro. Shishkina konnichiwa. Talitari fie. Bulla vinaka. Malolele talofa lava. Ni hao ma. And to all my Ngunnawal brothers and sisters, Yomalonde. Good afternoon, Mr. Zavoni, staff, students, and particularly our special guest, Mr. Ricky Stewart. John Stewart, is that right? Mr. Ricky, I think he graduated 3 times, I think so. Nevertheless, most importantly, our graduating class of 2021. These boys and I have been on a massive ride this year. 2021 has been a tough but eventful year for Rice House as a whole. This year, looking at the house points this morning, we were 5th out of 6 houses. We placed 3rd on the podium in swimming carnival, 2nd in athletics. We won gold medal in the tug of war house championships, and yet despite all of this, we are almost last place in our college house competition. One hand on the wooden spoon. As a house, we've weathered these tough times together, largely due to the great leadership of this graduating class. Not only have they contributed positively towards building a genuine sense of family through our house system, they've also led by example in the pursuit of learning. Rice House is named after Blessed Edmund Rice, where in 1802 he set up a free school for boys living in poverty in Ireland. His aim was to promote an education that recognised the dignity of each individual, and thus he sought to liberate them through the knowledge of God and through our Catholic faith, while at the same time empowering them with the tools of education. Finally, these boys have stood the test of time in these walls. They've weathered the storm that occurs both in and outside of these halls. They have lived through a change of 6 tutors to 5 tutor classes, bushfires, hailstorms, floods, a world pandemic of 2 school closures, job losses, and many personal battles. And if they were here in year 4, they've outlived 3 principals. Luckily not 4, eh, Joe? They've also had to endure, of all the 6 houses, a Kiwi leading them in an Australian school, and for that I'm very grateful. They've been very humble, gracious young men who have always lent an ear to anything that I said. Nevertheless, this group has made it, and that is why we are all here today, to celebrate all these great, fine young men, to acknowledge their life here. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Graduates Rice House Class of 2021. 2nd, Chemistry Tertiary. 2nd, English Tertiary. 1st, French Continuing Tertiary. 1st, Music Tertiary. 2nd, Religious Studies, Leo Blaney Brown. First, Essential English accredited. 1st, Visual Art accredited, Tyler DeJulius. Jonathan Dent. Christos Dritsis. Callum Duncan. In his absence, First Information Technology accredited, James Edwards. In his absence, Nicholas Cargis. Eden Mordyke. Brothers Program Community Service Participation Award, William Owens. Brothers Program Community Service Participation Award, Massimo Pistrello. Brothers Program Community Service Silver Award, Ethan Stamatis. First Religious Studies, accredited, and a big bula vinaka to my friend and great student, Ponapati Tukutua. In his absence, Harry Vellner. And last and definitely not least, Andrew Watkins. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for the final time the graduating Rice House class of 2021.
Good morning to you all. We may be last, but we are definitely not least, because the students in Tracy House are, to my mind, commendable and loyal young men. They are, like us all, imperfect, but they are brutally honest and they learn from their mistakes. They take responsibility for themselves. They are resilient and they can bounce back from adversity. And I have no idea where they get this next trait from, but they are all fiercely, ruthlessly competitive. Above all, they are good men with vibrant spirit and strong character. And I am ever so proud to see you all graduate today. Congratulations, Humed Alawadi. Congratulations to Nicholas Bertoldo. Congratulations to Jonathan Coe. Congratulations, Harvey Cox. Ring the bell, Harvey. Ring the bell. Congratulations, Wilson Cox. And receiving a Brothers Program Community Service Bronze Award, congratulations, Johnson Q. Receiving a Brothers Program Community Service Silver Award, first place in Media Tertiary, first place in Legal Studies Tertiary. Congratulations, Lachlan Dagwell. Congratulations, Harry Davis. Congratulations to Thomas Donoghue. Receiving a Brothers Program Community Service Bronze Award and second place in Mathematical Methods Tertiary. Congratulations, Jacob Fagioni. And in his absence, congratulations, Flynn McFadden. I can honestly say in all my years of doing this job, I have actually never had the privilege of reading a list quite like this one before. An Olympic Changemaker Award, the recipient of an ANU Psychology Award for 2021, a Brothers Community Service Gold Award, first place in Specialist Mathematical Methods Tertiary, equal first place in Religious Education Tertiary, first place in Psychology Tertiary, first place in English Tertiary, and first place in Economics Tertiary, Nicholas Odgers. Receiving a Brothers Program Community Service Bronze Award, congratulations, Maxwell Page. Receiving a Brothers Program Community Service Participation Award, second place in Biology Tertiary, congratulations, Giuseppe Stramandinoli. Please join once again in congratulating these fine young Tracy House men. Well done.
Well, congratulations to all of our graduates and thank you to our heads of house. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for today. Ricky Stewart is an experienced rugby league coach and currently the head of the Canberra Raiders in the NRL. He's a dual Australian senior representative, having represented the Wallabies and the Kangaroos. Ricky has coached over 300 NRL games, been a State of Origin coach and a State of Origin player. He's also played well over 200 first grade games in the NRL. Ricky is married to wife Kaylee and they have 3 children, daughter Emma and 2 sons Jackson and Jed. Like Ricky, both Jackson and Jed attended St Edmunds College. Ricky was appointed a member of the Order of Australia in 2021 Queen's Birthday Honours for significant service to rugby league and the community. In 2011, inspired by his daughter being diagnosed with autism, Ricky and his wife founded the Ricky Stewart Foundation, a charity which aims to raise support for autism and to assist with the provision of carers and support for families. Ricky graduated from the college in 1985 and is described by his then headmaster, Brother Bob Wallace, as a fiercely competitive young man with a unique love of his family and passionate supporter of his mates and the school. So Ricky, welcome back to Eddie's today. Once again, thank you for your continued support and thank you for giving your time today. Please welcome Ricky Stewart.
Thank you, Mr. Garrity. Firstly, amazing amount of achievements that have just been read out, and there's a lot of hard work gone into the study and the work to achieve those awards, and congratulations. Nicholas, with all your psychology achievements, mate, I've got a football team that I can get you employed with very quickly. I'm going to assure you they will test you. Guys, I've been in your chair from year 5 right through to year 12, and to say I'm very proud is an understatement in being here to talk to you. I've been in these assemblies and probably thinking along the lines of you too, that how long is this bloke going to take when you get a guest speaker up here and you've been sitting here for a while as a year 5 student right through to a year 12 student. Well, it won't take long, but I'm very proud to be here on a very special day. And Mr. MacArthur's right, I know exactly how you feel because I've done this a couple of times now in regards to graduating year 12. I was very fortunate actually that I come back from a rugby tour after my first go at year 12, and Mr. Purcell, who was my assistant first 15 coach, asked me how the tour went, and he said it's very unlucky, very unfortunate. He said because next year's Australian team go to Europe for 3 months. And I said, yeah, it is very unfortunate, Mr. Purcell. And he said, would you think about coming back for year 13? I said, no. I said, I was lucky to do year 11 and 12. I wasn't a great academic. I enjoyed the sport that the school offered. That afternoon I had a call from Brother Wallace, who was my headmaster, that if Ricky Stewart could please come to the headmaster's office. And I was very, very confident walking into the office because I knew I'd done nothing wrong. It was the first day of our last term. So I knew I wasn't in trouble, and I was wondering what it was, and I walked in and there was a cup of tea waiting for me, which was very, very different to a lot of other meetings I had in the headmaster's office, I can assure you. Sat down, had a cup of tea, and he said, I believe you're interested in repeating year 12. I said, oh no, there's been miscommunications, brother. Definitely not interested in returning again. I struggled to get through these last 2 years. Anyhow, he was a very influential person and still is into my life, an intimidating man. And then when I said yes to doing year 13, it was probably one of my best decisions of my life. He talked me into it, and I must say it was probably one of the best schooling years of my life because I learned a lot, I grew up a lot, and sat here where you are now with a big journey in front of you. But it helped me mature, and I hope that you guys here got the satisfaction out of school, this school, that I did. And that was to many, many memories many memories, and that story there along the lines with Brother Wallace, it just felt like yesterday. Especially when he said to me, I think it'd be very good for you academically if you come back to repeat Year 12. And I said, the last 8 years haven't been real attractive, brother. I don't know what another one's going to do. But I'm fortunate that I did. I had many, many great memories, and that's the satisfaction I got out of this school. I've made great mates. You know, two of my best friends that we're still friends with today. We still knock around with each other weekly. One's even my boss, the CEO of the Canberra Raiders. But the platform the school gave me to take life on, and that's probably one or two pieces of advice for you. You go and take life on now. Don't be afraid of mistakes, because mistakes is learning. But have the courage to feel vulnerable, and have the courage to feel vulnerable in learning, to be educated, because it's a big world out there and a lot of opportunities. And honestly, guys, it's life's only going to be what you make of it. It's easy for me to say good luck, and the way your leaders spoke it was a pleasure to listen to them. And I thought, what two young great men and Jack.
Thanks, Mr. Garrity, and congratulations to Tracy House. I'm sure we won't hear the last of that one, will we, Leanne? Gee, that bell's a good idea, isn't it? Really great gift. If anyone's got a couple of Nurofen, I'll be here at the end of the assembly. And no, great gift, great gift. Baden, was that your idea? Where are you, Baden? Team effort, team effort. I have the pleasure of addressing you this evening, properly and formally. What I'm here for today, this afternoon, is a very special reason to present one of our Brother Matt McEwen Faith and Service Awards. It's a great honour and a great privilege for me today to, along with Mr. Garrity, welcome Mr. Ricky Stewart and thank him for joining us on this most important day. It was only 2 years ago that Ricky was at our graduation ceremony watching his son Jed finish his time at the college. Earlier this year at our opening college mass, we presented our Brother Matt McEwen Faith and Service Awards to individuals in the college who have demonstrated a significant depth of faith and service in a number of ways, to both the college community specifically and to the wider community in Canberra. The awards are presented annually to a member of staff, students and an old boy. Ricky wasn't able to be with us at that event, so I'm pleased that he's been able to join us today to receive his award. The phrase Eddie's boy has been used to describe the fine men who have walked the halls of St Edmund's College for the past 67 years in rugby league, which has seen him achieve at the highest level as a player and coach. His incredible skills as a player have inspired many young fans to pull on the boots and take up playing the game of rugby league. In his role as coach both here and overseas, Ricky has been responsible for mentoring many young players to fully commit to their chosen sport and be the best they can be, both on and off the field. Ricky's sense of sportsmanship is strong and genuine. Ricky epitomises the importance of service, giving of his time to make a positive difference to those people and families in the community living with special needs. The Ricky Stewart Foundation was set up in December of 2011 to help achieve Ricky's goals in raising an awareness and an understanding of autism. The foundation raises funds to directly support aftercare for autistic people and their families who struggle with autism on a daily basis. Over the last 10 years, the foundation has developed and built $3.5 million in respite facilities, and earlier this year, Ricky announced the progression of yet another development a third facility to be built in Queanbeyan, creating a home where independence can be achieved by adults with a disability. Ricky was recently appointed a member of the Order of Australia in the 2021 Queen's Birthday Honours for significant service to rugby league and to the community. Whilst not as grand as a Queen's Birthday Honour, it is nonetheless with much pride and pleasure that we congratulate Ricky Stewart on being the Old Boy recipient of the Brother Matt McEwen Faith and Service Award.
Thank you, Mr. Zavoni. So that concludes the formal part of today's ceremony. Before our graduates exit the hall, just a few admin matters. Firstly, just a reminder tonight that arrivals can commence from 6 p.m. At the Southern Cross Club, and formalities will begin at 7 o'clock. So we ask boys and parents to be seated by 7 so that the evening can formally commence. Unfortunately, today we've had to have limited activities due to COVID arrangements, and the rain hasn't helped in terms of other events as well. So after the boys process out after the assembly today, there are no scheduled activities, but you're welcome to stay and mingle or to come back in for photos and do that as well. The boys can come back in and find their parents there. I would like to thank a lot of people who have been involved in today's ceremony. So there's a lot of hard work that goes behind the scenes. So to all of the staff who have set up the space and provided morning tea this morning, I'd like to give a big thank you to Ms Ashley Karen, who's been the chief person in charge of collating all the certificates and the awards, and also the Teaching and Learning Office, as well as heads of faculty, teachers and the heads of house who have assisted in determining the awards that have been presented today. So thank you everybody for your attendance today. We will now ask our Year 12 graduates to exit the hall. Congratulations boys, I hope you've enjoyed the ceremony and we'll see you later tonight. So well done to you.